Hi everyone, welcome to Clutch Entertainment today, and today we'll be talking about how to prepare to move out of your parents' house for the first time, or how to prepare to move out, in general, just so you can, know what to do to prepare for that. Some of the things that you can do to, learn before you move out. Some of the things I've learned before I moved out. There's a lot of different things that go into moving out, and it's really something when you do move out, whether it goes to where you go to college, or you go to like like an aunt or uncle's house to live, or you go to just yourself, in a house or apartment or a roommate. Just some things you can do to prepare for that. And at some point in our lives, sometime after high school for most of us, we get to that point where we do have to move out, and we do have to go into the world, and we have to have a certain number of things and a certain number of ideas of what we need to do to prepare. So I figured, why not make a video on how to, prepare to move out and what you can do. So let's get right to it. So the first thing I want to say is, I would say build up your relationships with people, build up relationships with your friends, your families. Make sure you have a good support system, because moving out for the first time, it's very emotional. It's very, I would say, a little bit draining. It's also very exciting at the same time, but it's an experience that you're used to living your whole life for 18 years, say at home, and you finally move out, and it's a new experience. It's definitely something that you have to acquire, like learning to be on your own and learning to do your own thing and learning to be your own person. So it's a lot of growing when you move out too, because you learn a lot of the things that you may have taken for granted when you were at home aren't the case anymore when you move out. But like I said, with the first thing is establishing relationships with friends and family. Just make sure you have that good support system. Make sure you have people you can count on, people you can care about, and people you can have a good time with, because having that support system is a whole lot of mental stress taken off your plate. Because there's been days, where you move out and you're by yourself and you're like, man, what am I going to do today? How am I going to fill my time? How am I going to take care of business? How am I going to, spend my time? So friends and family help with a lot of different aspects, with advice, with with helping you out move in the first place, with giving you the support system. Just having those relationships with your friends and family is very important, and what we need to do. So the second thing is, have a list of things you can do and some hobbies. So having some hobbies, like for example, one of my hobbies is my podcast. Another hobby that I do is, I like to work in my house, or work on my yard, or work on different things in my house. Those are very important. And then in my leisure time, I like to either play video games, or I like to read stuff, or I like to watch hockey or sports. There's a lot of different things I fill my time with, and filling your time is very important because it keeps you from being bored. It keeps you from thinking inward. It keeps you from thinking negatively. Because when you're by yourself a lot, you do tend to think negatively sometimes, and tend to think, why am I here by myself? What am I doing? Where am I going? So it's a big important thing that you need to do. You need to figure out, what kind of hobbies, and a list of things you can do, errands you can run, people you can visit, pretty much anything you can do to get that. So I would say that would be my number two thing. Thirdly, I would say to, have money and financial practice and management skills. So I would say make sure you know how to pay bills, or write a check, or, save money with accounts and such. A big thing for me is, like, I remember in high school, I did a personal finance class, and that was really helpful to me, because it taught me how to write a check. It taught me how to, take care of my money better. And I'm glad I did have that class, because I got to see some aspects of saving and what you can do to, make some money on the side, and to keep your money managed. And also growing up, with my family, my parents had us pay for everything that we wanted to do outside the house. So if we wanted to get a car, we had to pay for it. If we wanted to get gas, we had to pay for it. Even if our parents bought us cars, we had to pay them back. So it was something that, we had to spend money when we had it. If we wanted a new game, we had to spend it. We had to want to get some food, extra food, we had to spend it. Having those money management skills and knowing when to save money and when to spend money is very important, because you have to pay bills and you have to know what you can spend and what budgeting you have each month. I have another video that I talk about money management and skills. You'll have to check it out on my channel. I can probably provide a link in the description below, but like I said, you need to have those aspects of, money management, what you can do with your money, and where to put your money in certain spots when you move out, because you're going to be on your own. You're going to be managing your own self. So you want to know what I can do to put my money in this spot, or how to save efficiently and what to spend it on. So I would say the next thing is to have a list of items you need for a living, like for cleaning and consumables. Here I have a chart here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay, here I have a chart here of things that I have needed, and I actually made my own Excel spreadsheet of this. I can share this in the description below, but I made a list of things that I needed when I moved out. So for example, bathroom, I need window cleaner, toilet shower cleaner, sink cleaner, toilet plungers, hand soap, so on and so forth. And then for kitchen, I needed pots and pans, a water filter, can opener, trash cans, trash bag, skillet, plates, silverware, all your basic stuff. I made a list of everything that you need. And then medical, toothpaste, contact, solution, floss, I don't know what, gauze, that's what I was putting there. Drills and screws, screwdriver for tools, I have more tools now, but I haven't added to this, but over time I've learned what I needed to get, appliances, washer, dryer, toaster, vacuum, towels, bathroom, clothes, shirts, mini blinds for clothing, paper, pencils, tape, pens, duct tape for office supplies and furniture, chairs, TV stand, recliner, rugs. So I had to budget everything out going along with the money stuff. And also looking at, what I've had in the past, and I had to think about everything that I needed. So I made this complete list here out of nothing. And like I said, I could share this with you. See that I have this, I have it, I need it, may or may not need it. I have already acquired everything over time. So that's why I have it as everything's blue. And if I need to ever add anything to this, I can. But this is basically my list. Like I said, I'll leave it like a link for it, so you can just pick it up and copy and paste it, and you can make your own list. It's a really good tool to have to make a list like this, because you know exactly what you want and what you need. And that way, when you move out, you'll be able to take care of yourself, and you'll be able to get the items you need. And then going along with what I said before, I also made a food checklist, some things that I can make on a daily basis. And that goes along with developing skills on, learning how to cook, and also making food that you like. So for example, I made categories: breakfast, dinner, lunch, and I put what main courses I can have. And then I decided, I need to put veggies and canned goods here. And then I made the snack and desserts, things I can eat that I like to eat, and chips, I don't eat everything on this. This is something I made when I first moved out, but basically make a list of, breakfast, lunch, dinner, veggies, canned goods, fruits, snack and dessert, fruit, sauces, miscellaneous. And that way it'll give you an idea of what you want or what you need to buy at the store or grocery store. It makes it a lot easier. It takes a lot of stress off your mind to have that list. So that way you don't have to think about everything in your mind when you are, deciding what food do I want? What do I want to eat? When do I want to eat it? It gives you an idea of what you need and what you can do to have that list. So you just put that to the side, and you have your checklist for what you need for your house, and you have your checklist what you need for food. And that gives you a main idea of what you need in general. And it helps you to decide what do you need, what do you need to get, and where you need to put everything. I would say also have a plan to where you want to put everything. You can have a plan like with the house or the apartment beforehand. When you look at it beforehand, make sure you see where you're going to put things. Make sure what places that can fit all this different food and such in, so that way you have like an idea of where you can store things. Developing your fix it / maintenance skills, and have a list of items you need to fix on your house or apartment or school. That way you have an idea of what you can get to that way you have an idea of how to do things, because everything needs to be done when you're on your own, or because mom and dad don't do it anymore for you once you're moved out. You have to figure out how are you going to run through each and every day, and how are you going to get through that to get the supplies you need, make the time, like time management, what you can do to fix things. You got to have all kinds of different skills across the board for yourself. That way you can better yourself, and overall you'd have a more laid out plan what you can do. And once you have this down, like once you have some experience with going out in public and learning all these skills and moving out and doing your own thing, your own food, your own supplies, your own skills, like everything you have makes you a more whole person and actually develops you to be a better person. So I would say in general, I would definitely invest in all these different areas that I've talked about. And that way it'll make you the person that you need to be when you move out. And preparing for moving out is no easy task. It's very exciting, I would say. But it's something that, you have to develop skills, and you have to develop a plan in order to move out. If you just move out and you don't have anything, right away, it's going to be a lot of stress, and then it's going to make it a lot worse. You'll get, anxiety about things. You'll get, more worried about things. You don't want to be in a position where you're thinking about what food am I going to eat on the table tonight because I don't know what to get. Make a plan, get all that established, and that way you'll be able to move out the best possible way and to overall have a good, satisfying life, on your own, and that's the biggest thing with moving out. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today. And if you have any other questions or comments you'd like to leave in the comment section below, you can ask me. Or if you have a question for me, like about my experience moving out, I'd love to answer any questions. And like I said before, I would share the checklist, the food checklist, and the list of items in the description below. And that way, you can overall be a better person, well suited to move out. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.